Orlando, as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the London Bulldogs. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Austin. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check, 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 check. Echo. Check, Mike, 6. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Deuce. Watch out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready. 43 to the mark. 66. Roll it hard. Watch the eye. Yes. Ready.
On first down, it's Austin. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Check.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Come on, set. 15 lining. Come on, boy. 7, let's go. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Red, 60 Pittsburgh. 54 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. O'Neal. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Ready, set. Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. C6. Hey, check Mike 11.
On first down, O'Neal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
You got it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Okay,
The run
ready.
only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 54. Here we go. Ready, go.
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
23 yards, the final tally.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull together. 43 is the mark. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mark's 43. Mark's 43.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go. Set. 70 in. Let's go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Dog off. Check 4. Check 4. General. West. Lock it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Set. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Austin. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his target, Samuel. But I think the ball's out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there.
198. Watch 98 call. 132 fight. Look at it. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Show it up. Ready.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, motion. 198. Watch 98. Knox try. What happened?
On third down, Austin. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Motion backfield. Hey, check.
Back to throw. Love. Forced out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. On play action, they'll throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, check Mike 6. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be...
He'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Be ready, Charlie. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Austin complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's put that team on the bus. 43 in the mic. Watch the slant.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check your backer. Check your backer. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Hayward. 43's the mic. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give, right side. O'Neal. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He's covering 2, fellas. Let's go.
Throwing again. Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting. And the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
43 in the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go. Orbit. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. In the face. Ready, go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one taken in by Hester. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Austin. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On first down, O'Neal. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Say. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll run on first down. It's Austin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
61, matchbox, light.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
15 Lonnie, 66. Bullet hard. 80 weapon. Hey, check Mike 6.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes it to Austin. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
Second and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. Watch the slap. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Austin, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Watch General West. Check.
Right back to him on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
49-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
22 jet bomber.
Off play action. Love. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
March 43. March 43. Got to do better. Hey, Charlie. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. I'm coming. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check, 40 go. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
On 1st down, O'Neal. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now a give right side. O'Neal. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. O'Neal. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike 6, 2, fellas, let's go. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike 6, Echo.
2nd and 10. Shakes off the sack. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down. It's Austin, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. From the gun, Love. He's going to air one out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Check Mike 6, Mike 6. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Mike 6. Mike 6. Here we go, D. Hey, just scene 6. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. I got one. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And it's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. This will be fielded at the 8. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd down now, it's Austin, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go. 90. Wolf. Bravo. Mike 6. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, check Mike 6. Better bring. You better bring. Go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Come on, D. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. In your face. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Go.
He'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 25 yards that time. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now back to throw. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. Austin. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Ready, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Austin. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw here. On the crossing route, complete. That's Tyler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On second down, it's Austin. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Austin. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Back to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Elliott good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down. Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Austin, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Check. Go.
On third down, O'Neal. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for our visitors, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for London, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.